So, well, yeah, so she was born in Papua New Guinea and in a town called Madang. The first few months of her life were in the Sepik, which is up in the north part of the country, famous for the carved crocodiles and the Sepik River people. And we left Papua New Guinea and came to Canada.
And then got jobs on a Denny reserve in northern Saskatchewan called Black Lake. We were there for 3 years. Nichola began school in Black Lake, so she won the Denny Prize, the best Denny speaker in the room, in kindergarten. She would go hunting with Tim. They'd go and hunt and
Fishing. Yeah.
And spend a lot of time outdoors. And from there, we went to Pangerton on Baffin Island.
Yeah.
And
we went to the Arctic Circle by snowmobile. So Nichola was 9, nearly 10.
And from Pangerton, we moved to La Ronge, Saskatchewan. Nichola went to junior high there, and then we moved to Edmonton.
And got to know the Cree.
The Cree. And from Edmonton, we moved to Antigonish in Nova Scotia, which is where Nichola went to high school. And she graduated from high school there and had I think she and her sisters loved Antigonish. It was a wonderful period in our life, I think. Yeah. She
went to Kingston to RMC, and when she graduated from RMC, she had always wanted to be in 1RCHA, the Royal Canadian Horse Artillery, and she got posted to them into Shiloh. From Shiloh, they go into the Rogers Pass and they shoot down the avalanches with using the howitzers. And then the following summer, we had those big fires in British Columbia, and they got flown up to fight them. I think one thing she was really proud of was that she'd lived and worked through the army and travelled to every state, province and territory in Canada, except the Yukon. And she never got there, and she always wanted to go there. And after she was killed, in fact, her husband, Jason, went up to Tuktoyaktuk on the Dempster Highway, and that was the drive they'd always planned to do. So Nichola and the team, the guys. In a sense, they were an anomaly in the military, having a female leader, and I think she worked hard so that they wouldn't think of her as a woman. Nichola believed that if she couldn't carry the heaviest guy out of the of a battlefield, then she shouldn't be leading them. Yeah. That morning, well, that day, I'm not sure what time it was, but that day, they called in the first live fire. It was the first time that a Canadian forces had engaged in live fire action with the enemy since Korea. Artillery, I should say, Canadian artillery. And it was her team that did it. And one thing they told us afterwards, the guys, was that everybody had thought that because she was the commander, she would press the button. Because everybody did know it was a historic moment. And she refused. She said, no, we're going to do this the way we would always do it. And I don't press the button, you press the button. So he did. And people were kind of like surprised, I suppose, that she didn't grandstand it. You know, the after effects of this war are going to be with Canadian society for many years, and focus and resources are going to have to be maintained. And forgetting and thinking, okay, well, that was a period and it's done now, and now we can move to Ukraine, or we can move to South Sudan, or we can wherever, isn't going to stop, isn't going to make that go away.